Hello there everyone, this is Samaya Adeline from the Spirit Portal. I hope you're all well. So I'm doing these little videos which are to bring you tips on creative spirituality, just practical tips to apply into your life so that you have some benefit, that you enhance the quality of your life. And it's really things that are pretty easy to do and just kind of yeah, just really adaptable actually. So I hope you enjoy them. So today's video is really about something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I've found myself now with the change of the weather. I live in Britain and it's getting a little bit cold, and I get a little bit, you know, the seasonal affective disorder, SAD. I find myself experiencing that at times, and I kind of want to not get stuck into that space. So I found that something that can be really useful, but that's not the only purpose. Something that can be really positive to do is create your own power space, okay? So creating a power space is really something that is very, very easy to do, and something that can feel quite fun as well to be in the process of creating. So what is a power space? A power space is actually just a real physical place in your own home. Yes, it could be like on top of a table, you choose a place, or your mantelpiece, or just literally any corner of your house. You can build a power space. And it's really just a physical place of intention and manifestation, okay? So as we know, intention builds up energy, and a buildup of energy can create something very positive if the buildup of energy has been positive energy. And that can bring a lot of really positive influence in our lives. It can get us more motivated. It also helps us gain more clarity, clarify our sense of purpose, and essentially they can really help us actualize our potential. So this is how far a power space can go if we really want to. So what do we do to create a place like that? So just to give you an example, a lot of people who are more religious perhaps might create an altar where they put the Buddha there, or a Christian symbol or whatever. So it's a similar thing, but not really necessarily a religious thing. You know, it's, you know, you don't need to bring religion into it to create a power space at all. So so what do we need to do to create it? You need to find a place in your home, and that place can be either a place that already feels to have some energy for you and it feels quite easy to build something from there, or it could be a place that doesn't feel to have much energy. It feels kind of a little bit abandoned, and you kind of want to imbue some energy to it, so you want to build your power space there. So it can be either of those things. And really what you then do is you adorn it, you put things to it, you beautify it, and you really create the space to serve the purpose that you've created it for. So you can put anything from objects that you like, from memorabilia, flowers, a candle, pictures of loved ones, depending on the purpose of the power place, right? So that's the important thing now, to talk about some of the key reasons why one would build a power space. First of all, it's a place for holding intention, okay? As we said, so for instance, you might be somebody who, you know, wants to do a marathon, and you want to build up momentum for that, but you also want to get your discipline and motivation going. So you set up the intention of that being a power space for your training as to take part in a marathon and for doing well. So you might want to put pictures of people you really admire, sort of Olympic athletes who've kind of won golden medals in running, or other very disciplined people that really helped, or that you really admire. It could be sort of Tim Robbins, for instance, or I don't know, people that, you know, in your life you feel very motivational and really help you. You could be your coach, your trainers, your personal trainers. It could be your family, the motivational aspects of your family, you know, the people that have been very motivational in your life and really sort of helped you out in that way. Any gold medals you've won, or not necessarily gold medals, but any medals you won in the past. Anything that's some motivational nature, pictures and memorabilia or whatever, that would help help you towards that goal. So that can be one aspect. And really, it could be, you know, to motivate and inspire yourself. You know, you can have not a clear intention, but you can have a general intent of creating a power space so that you feel more uplifted and motivated in your day-to-day life, especially, say, with the grind of 9 to 5 at work, with coming back, responsibilities, and having to look after people in your life. So sometimes all these things can get a little bit more monotonous routine, and so we want to have a power space with very inspirational stuff that can really help you with certain things, or it could be to accentuate certain qualities in your life. So for instance, say you are an artist and you really want to bring that out in yourself. You want to be a professional artist, or perhaps you just want to relate with life in a way that feels more artistic and is not kind of tied down to the sort of mundane aspect of our day-to-day. So you want to create a power space with your favorite paintings or your colors that you love at the minute, and put some glitter in, or put some inspirational quotes or any images that you just really get inspired by. And really having that space can be that reminder that you're actually here to connect in life as an artist, and not to just get lost in the everyday activity of life that is more monotonous. So that can be a really good helping tool, using it as a way of accentuating different qualities in yourself. So it could also be to connect with others on a more global scale. Say for instance you are somebody who has really good friends all around the world but don't get to see them as much. You will Skype and whatever, email, but it's not quite the same. So you want to connect on a less rational level, when you're not necessarily consciously connecting with each other. So you can all create power spaces around the globe where you are dispersed, and really have perhaps even agreed on some of the items you want there as a way of connecting with one another and keeping that connection alive, without even you consciously doing it on your day-to-day. So that can be a really lovely way of connecting with our loved ones all around the world. And something personally I haven't done, but I kind of feel kind of inspired to do that with a couple of people particularly. So that's one aspect. And as I said, you know, having a power space can really, at times of the year like this, help us with our feeling the blues, you know, because it's such an amplified place of energy. That can really do the work without us having to do anything really. We just need to go there and connect with it every now and then. We just need to spend some time, maybe look after it and nurture that power space. So it's a way of connecting, it's a way of really exchanging that energy. I think it can be very, very positive. And essentially, I think you know, in a less less purposeful way, a power space can just be a place that brings some warmth in your life. It doesn't have to have a real clear set intention necessarily. You just create a space that is of beauty, that is of inspiration to you, and that's what matters really, and that energy sustains you in your day-to-day. I'll show you mine, because I've realized that I've turned my TV stand into a place where I just put stuff. I don't have a TV, and I quite like the fact that it's taken over. Often I associate TV with kind of a bit of switching off, and at the moment my power space, which is the top of the TV stand, has got different things. Like, I'll show you actually. So I've got here, there you go. So I've got my sort of stereo there, and my burger phone, my son's birthday cards, and Chewbacca, which is a really fun talking toy. And actually, I just think this is so funny. And I just find that it's just something that for me reminds me about being playful and having fun and not taking life seriously. And at the moment it's all I need from my power space, to be honest. I don't need much more than that. So it can really just serve that purpose alone. It doesn't have to be much more than that. And really just to accentuate some of the positive things of having a power space once again. So again, it builds up energy on its own. Yeah, your power space, you don't need to do anything. Once you've built it up, every time you feel like adding something to it, taking something away, changing some of the elements to it, you know, invigorating it every now and then, refreshing it, and really bringing that new energy as well. So that's the way it kind of builds up. But also then, you know, the more you connect with it, then it's doing the work in itself. You don't need to you know, build up from scratch any energy of motivation or inspiration. The moment you connect with it, it's there and it's easy to access. So it really helps in that respect. It's also a very powerful agent for transformation. And I really believe that, and I've seen that, because it helps us transmute any energies that are kind of opposing the purpose of the power space. Particularly, say, if you build a power space to help motivate you run a marathon, and say you feel lethargic or have lack of discipline some days, you know, you will have such a lovely, powerful space that has built up momentum that in a way will help transmute your negative energy of lethargy or lack of motivation to do your training. And so it can really hold that very positive quality in your life. And also it helps diminish the illusion of time and space, essentially, because it's something that builds up momentum over time. And because it constantly and consistently nurtures the kind of aspects that we wanted to nurture, that is our intent, that has set up the intent to create that power space, then what tends to happen is it makes that feeling accessible for us at all times. So it does move through time and space, and it's a great reminder how much time and space is an illusion. So I also find that because it's such a place that has built up momentum, it really helps other aspects of our life flow with more ease. Because if we get one aspect of our life a little bit more going and a little bit more flowing and consistent, then the rest start doing the same, because it's like a current of energy. And it's really worth bearing that in mind, that actually just giving us that kind of motivation and kick that perhaps we find difficult doing every single day to ourselves, in ourselves. And essentially, I think the best thing about it is that it really helps us as a reminder to celebrate life, and to kind of celebrate those kind of moments that we kind of forget, you know. It's kind of like you know, we can focus on what we wish to bring more in our lives and what we wish to manifest, and that is a reminder of that it's good to celebrate all those things that bring us joy and help accentuate the feelings of positivity, and, you know, helps us towards where we're heading in life. So it's another aspect of a vision board, if you like, you know, because you put all your favorite things and you actually see them, and that creates a feeling, and a feeling creates that kind of energy motion in our lives. And it's something of value, and something that I think is also very enjoyable getting in the process of creating, when you start thinking, oh, what would I like to have on it, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So this is me today, really. This is what I wanted to share with you. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that is motivating you to consider building a power space of your own in your own home. If you do, please let me know underneath this video. Write a comment and let me know what you've created, what's your intent, if there was any, and how you find that it's kind of affecting you, if you've already managed to create one. So I'd love to hear from you about that, and hope you enjoyed this. It was lovely doing another video again. It's been a while, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye bye now.